Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about a few things that you guys as producers should be doing in 2019. And if you've been producing for a while, you should have been doing this before 2019, and you should be doing it anyway. I'm just doing it for the title, but anyway, I'm just going to go through a few things that you guys should be doing, and these things are super important when it comes to just having a solid foundation for income, for growth, for maintaining relationships. Everything is so important, and these things are so simple and they're fundamental, but people just don't want to put the work in and put the time, and they just want to automate everything. But anyway, we're going to dive into it. Before we do though, if you guys want to learn how to set up your income strategies that can be automated, that aren't spammy but that can be automated through advertisements, through sales funnels, then go ahead and click the link in the description. I've put together a full masterclass on how to become an internet producer. Let's dive into it, kicking off with tip number 1, which is manual outreach. Now you may have heard this in marketing, you may not have heard this in marketing, but outreach is basically how you reach out to people for your business. Any type of outreach. So if I sent you a DM, that could be outreach. If I left you a comment, that could be outreach. If I left you a like, you get the idea. Anytime you engage with somebody with the intent for business, that's going to be outreach. And I cannot stress enough that manual outreach needs to be a huge part of your strategy and your game plan, especially in the beginning, because if you don't have any budget to put behind marketing, if you don't have a solid money to put behind things, then manual outreach is going to be your foundation. And I still do this every single day now, so this should be something you should be doing every single day, reaching out to people, sending DMs, engaging with potential customers, and just doing the grunt work, putting in at least 2 to 3 hours per day. If you don't have any time during the day, you're gonna have to sacrifice some time at night. Stop watching Netflix, stop playing games, just spend that time doing manual outreach, and I guarantee you'll see huge results. If you want to see exactly how to do that, I have posted previous videos on how to market yourself, how to grow on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But one thing I want to kind of push you guys away from, and I know I've made a tutorial on how to set this up, but I want to push you guys away from doing automation, because automated outreach is it's not scammy, but it's just so obvious and transparent that you're not really taking the time to individually reach out to people and be personal in your approach to everybody. And that's exactly where your strength is going to lie, especially when you haven't got a name for yourself. If you're not a big time producer who's not already proven, and you start sending all these automated DMs out, you're not going to look good. You're just going to look like another scammer / spammer. So manual outreach is essential for you guys just starting out, and for you guys on your way up and you've already sort of started to build a fan base. So important. Now tip number 2 is scheduling. Hear the French horn. Scheduling is super important as well, especially in today's world where you have to be posting on social media, you have to be making beats, you have to be replying to emails, sorting out your funds, your income, you have to sort out content for Instagram, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. You've got tons and tons of things to do, and it can get overwhelming, which means you end up only doing some of them, you end up forgetting to do other things. So it's super important that you schedule your day to make sure you hit everything that you want to hit. So for example, my schedule is make content throughout the day, take a little break, then I spend the rest of my night marketing, doing my outreach and doing all that kind of stuff. It's basically segmenting my day so I make sure I know I've hit everything. So when I talk about making content, I write a list of things that I need to do, make a YouTube video, make a few videos for Instagram or pictures for Instagram for the day, make a few tweets. I don't tweet that often, my Twitter game's terrible, but I need to start doing that. Make a few tweets, upload to TikTok. By the way, if you guys are sleeping on TikTok, don't, because it's a big space that could blow up, so you may as well dip into TikTok a little bit. If it does blow, then you've already got a fan base on there, and you're going to be miles ahead of everybody. So go on to TikTok if you haven't already. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Make content for TikTok, make a beat, make 1 or 2 beats during the day. Make sure they get finished and they're all extracted and ready to go on the beat store. And then once I've got all the content that I need to make for the day done, take a quick break, have my dinner, relax, watch a little bit of TV, and then I check in for a night shift and do solid marketing, make sure my outreach is on point, make sure I've hit every social media platform for outreach, etc. So that is super important. Make sure you've got your day scheduled and make sure you know exactly what you need to do. Okay, and that brings me to my 3rd tip, and this will be my last tip. I'm going to make this one a fairly short video. I've got a big video to upload shortly, but 3rd tip is customer service. Like, this kind of ties into the first one when I said sort of having to focus on manual outreach. Your customer service will be the difference between keeping customers and just getting a one-time buyer who you never hear from again, okay? And this is super important. And basically what I mean by this is, for example, let's say someone buys a beat from you and you get the payment notification from BeatStars or Airbit or whoever you're with. You get the email. As soon as you get that email, send them a personal email and say, hey man, thank you so much for buying this beat. Here's a discount code for the future, and make it a personal discount, make it a unique discount for them. Here's 10% off for your next buy, or here's like 30%, however generous you want to be. Give them something for buying from you. That is so important. At the very least, just send them an email saying thank you and just show that you're super grateful for them buying from you, because at the end of the day, these are the guys that are going to be your main source of income, especially if you want to do this long term. You really need to take care of your customers, and it doesn't just go for people buying your beats, it goes for people buying loop kits, melody kits, drum kits, other producers, anyone that comes through and gives you support by paying for your services. You need to thank them. And it doesn't just go as far as that, it needs to go in terms of looking out for the people that are potentially going to buy for you. So if you have somebody asking for a beat, they say, I'm working on an album, what's your prices? And instead of just giving them a price and saying it costs this much, that's it, then you can say, okay, if you're working on an album, I'd love to know a bit more about the project. Get them on a phone call or just start talking via DM and just get them to open up about the project, how many tracks they're doing, what kind of beats they need, and then from there you can formulate a deal for them. You can even upsell them where you make more than one beat, and you can make them a whole pack of beats for exclusive rights for their EP for a massive discounted price. You know, at the end of the day, you make a sale and you're helping other people out, and they're more likely to come back to you in the future. It is what it is. That's exactly how you need to be, and you need to apply that mindset to everything you do in terms of customer service. You just need to really be in the help first mindset as opposed to I need to get sales. That's not how you want to be going into this, because it'll be very short-lived. And yeah, that is all 3 things that I wanted to cover, and the reason why I just kept this video short is because these 3 things are essential, and I really wanted to just nail down on those 3 points and not sort of make them general points and just sort of move on to the next one too quickly. I really want you guys to understand the importance of these 3 things, because these are the 3 things that are going to keep your business, you know, above water. You're going to have to really put the work in. It's not going to be easy, but you really do have to put the work in and make sure that you're just sort of delivering the best possible service, product and everything for your potential customers, and you will get people coming back to you, new customers rolling in, and everything will be going swimmingly for you, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on another upload, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Peace out.